Local food fanatics marked Christmas Day by battling for bargains at the annual food festival.
Meanwhile, thousands decided to spend their holiday outside Hong Kong. Alison Chan reports.
It's Christmas Day and many Hong Kongers are spending the holiday somewhere else. The airport was packed with people soaking up the holiday spirits early this morning. Travelers, tour groups and long queues filled the departures hall, where the mood was merry. This woman said she's happy to spend her holiday in Taiwan with 16 of her family members, and it's convenient to just go across the strait. This man said it's worth traveling to Japan, with the yen worth so little at the moment. Some are also going there for a white Christmas. I'm excited to build my first snowman in Hokkaido, said this girl. This year, despite an increase in package tour prices, many people haven't been put off spending their holiday overseas. For those who have, many spent today at the annual food festival. Food lovers poured through the doors when the fair opened at 10 a.m. at the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center. Inside, they were treated to a huge variety of mouth-watering morsels, beverages, and other delights. One of the highlights was the lobster grabbing contest, where seafood fans had 30 seconds to snatch as many as they could for $1. But this man, who had been lining up since 8 o'clock last night, was disappointed that he only managed to bag 3 lobsters. It's still a good deal, but I expected to get at least 7, he said. Many people who wanted to catch up their last-minute Christmas shopping were also attracted by a stall selling Taiwanese 7-head abalones for just $1 each. But other vendors weren't too concerned that the fair's extreme bargains would steal their customers away. This seller was optimistic about sales at his booth, which offers different food products. Starting from today, the 5-day event is open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., but will close 2 hours earlier on the last day. Alison Chan, ETV News.
All across the globe, Christmas Day was ushered in with festive celebrations.
At the Vatican, the Pope addressed thousands with the service at St. Peter's Basilica. Arthur Urquiola reports.
Pope Francis welcomed Christmas with midnight mass at the Vatican, where he addressed the world's 1.2 billion Catholics.
Cari fratelli e sorelle.
In his address, he said it was a time to remember that God's message of peace is stronger than darkness and corruption. Thousands were at St. Peter's Basilica, and for those who could not get in, video screens were set up outside the square. There were several midnight masses held across the globe. Thousands of pilgrims gathered at the Church of the Nativity in the Palestinian town of Bethlehem. Among them was Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. Syrian Christians were at churches praying for peace and safety in their country that has been enduring a Western-backed war since 2011. While Christmas is said to be a time to celebrate peace, U.S. President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle used their annual address to pay tribute to U.S. troops fighting wars around the world.
We hope that this holiday season will be a chance for us to live out that message, to bridge our differences and lift up our family, friends, and neighbors, and to reconnect with the values that bind us together. And as a country, that also means celebrating and honoring those who have served and sacrificed for all of us, our troops, veterans, and their families.
In just a few days, our combat mission in Afghanistan will be over. Our longest war will come to a responsible end. And that gives us an opportunity to step back and reflect upon all that these families have given us. We're able to gather with family and friends because our troops are willing to hug theirs goodbye and step forward to serve.
As Santa Claus made his way across the globe delivering presents, the U.S. Defense Agency NORAD kept close watch, a tradition dating back some 6 decades.
It's the most efficient route taking into account the winds that are out there. He's passed over North Korea, over the Great Wall, and he's on his way to Beijing as we speak, and he's delivered over 115 billion packages to good little boys and girls around the world.
Residents in the Mexican city of Oaxaca were getting back to their roots with their annual Radish Festival, where gardeners and artists come together. Crowds gather there to watch artists carve intricate designs, which for more than a century have reflected all sorts of themes, such as religion and politics. In Russia, celebrations turned fishy when dozens of frozen fish and bits of seaweed were discovered trapped inside the ice used to build a massive ice maze to usher in the holidays. Officials said the ice for the maze was taken from a nearby lake that had frozen over. While many cities are celebrating a white Christmas, things are different at Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, where hundreds gathered for sun and surf.
It doesn't feel like Christmas at all, to be honest. It took a long time for us to feel Christmassy, but, you know, we'll still give it a go.
It definitely feels strange, but I'm getting used to it as the morning goes on. Christmas in Bondi.
Despite tourists having some trouble getting used to the change in scenery for the holiday season, many beachgoers sported Santa hats to get into the festive spirit. Arthur Urquiola, ATV News.
Time now for sports with Bo Lang.
So what do you have for us tonight, Bo?
We start with boxing charity. Boxer Amir Khan is in Pakistan to help the victims of an army school attack in Peshawar. British boxer Amir Khan has arrived in Pakistan